Starting April 6th, you'll be able to apply for the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. A reminder, if you're getting the wage subsidy from your employer, you can't collect the CERB. It's one or the other. You can't get both of these benefits. For the CERB, you can register online at canada.ca. By selecting direct deposit, you should receive your payment within 3 to 5 days. If you can't apply online, don't worry. You can call the Revenue Agency for help over the phone. By mail, you'll get your check within 10 days. After applying, all you need to do is keep getting this benefit is check in every month to say that you're still out of work. And if you've already applied through EI, you're all set up. You don't need to do anything on April 6th. We're putting measures in place so we don't overload the system, but I can assure you that everyone will get their money. But the bottom line is this: we're getting you the help you need when you need it. We have a plan to protect jobs, to help those who've been laid off, and to support businesses that are having cash flow problems. And we're not done yet. We're going to keep working hard to make sure you're getting the support you need.
So the question, of course, are these measures helping Canadians? Is this enough? Nim Calvez was laid off from her job as a hotel attendant, and she joins me now from Surrey, British Columbia. Good to see you, Nim.
Hi, Rosemary. Thanks for having me.
So you were laid off, not surprisingly, as hotels and the tourism sector closed down. What have you done to help yourself, and how has the government helped you?
The government helped us with the CERB, the $2,000 benefit that they're giving us. But aside from that, there's not much available for the workers, and it's pretty disappointing. But we're hoping in the long run or long term, the government will figure out something for the workers, especially in my industry. We are the most hardly hit because we rely on tourism for our business and for our work. And seeing how things right now, it's gonna be a while before people want to travel or stay in hotels.
Well, and I think your issue is more complicated because the $2,000 is not just helping you, it's also helping your daughter who is in the Philippines. Is that right?
Yes, so aside from myself, I'm helping a family in Philippines, and I'm sending them money mostly every month. And the living expenses in Vancouver alone is very expensive. From $2,000, my rent is almost $1,500, $500 what's left for food and groceries, and that's nothing. And I am using other resources like credit card to stay afloat.
And how long do you think you can go on like that now?
It's not long. Like after a couple of months, and I'm not just speaking for myself, I'm speaking for my coworkers, the hotel industry, and I'm sure a lot of us, not just hospitality industry, is hit hard with this. The majority of workers are struggling, and it's very devastating for everyone to navigate in this hard times.
Sure. I'm going to talk to the finance minister in a moment. If you had anything that you wanted to ask him, what would you say to him?
I'd like the government to think of helping workers in the long term, because right now it's fine, but after maybe a month or two, even right now, we're not okay. It's we lose half of our wages, and that's very hard, but we can manage for short term. Long term, we need the government to think about how are we gonna survive as an industry. As I've said, like, we rely on tourism, and it's gonna be a while before it's gonna come back. Who knows if we're gonna come back this year? We're thinking more likely it's gonna take us 18 to 24 months to recover. And losing our job, we also lose our health benefits, and our right to return to work is in jeopardy as well. So we're not just looking at financially, but we are looking with a big picture and our
Got
future.
it.
And it's very sad because a lot of us, we have put 20, 30, 40 years of our lives doing this job, and it's so devastating that we don't know what the future holds, and no one can answer it for that. Right now, we're just waiting for what's available to us, and the $2,000. I'm not speaking just for myself. I'm sure it's not enough.
Okay.
This is the largest economic program in Canada's history. These are the biggest economic measures in our lifetimes to defeat a threat to our health. These historic measures will support Canadians to stay home to defeat COVID-19. But the government alone cannot win this fight. We all have to answer the call of duty. This is service that most of us have never been called upon to do. We, each of us, have to live up to our end of the bargain. We must fulfill our collective responsibility to each other. Listening to public health rules is your duty. Staying home is your way to serve. So be smart about what you do, about the choices you make. That is how you will serve your country and how we will all serve each other.